Louisa May Alcott's Little Women documents the lives of Jo and her sisters on their many adventures. Her chapter, The Laurence Boy, follows the clumsy and tomboyish Jo, along with her prim and proper sister Meg, to a New Year's Eve party. Jo does her very best to behave, until she runs into her and her sister's favorite topic of conversation, the neighbor boy.
Now, Jo, don't forget to keep the bad breath out of sight. Does my sash look all right? And, oh, is my hair very bad?
I know I shall forget. If you see me doing anything wrong, remind me by a wink, will you?
No, winking isn't ladylike. I shall lift my eyebrows if anything is wrong and nod if you are all right. Now, hold your shoulders straight and take short steps, and don't shake hands if you are introduced to anyone. It isn't the thing.
How do you learn all the proper ways? I never can.
Isn't that music gay?
Mrs. Gardner, a stately old woman, greeted them kindly and handed them over to the eldest of her 6 daughters. Meg knew Sally and was at her ease quite quickly, but Jo, who didn't care much for girls or girlish gossip, stood about with her back carefully against a wall and felt as much out of place as a colt in a flower garden. Half a dozen jovial lads were talking about skates in another part of the room, and she longed to go and join them, for skating was one of the joys of her life. She telegraphed her wish to Meg, but the eyebrows went up so alarmingly that she dared not stir. No one came to talk to her, and one by one the group dwindled away until she was all alone. She could not roam about and amuse herself, for the bird breath would show. So she stared at people, rather forlornly, until the dancing began. Meg was asked at once. Jo saw a big red-headed youth headed towards her, and fearing he meant to engage her, she slipped into a curtained recess, intending to peep and enjoy herself in peace. Unfortunately, another bashful person had chosen the same refuge. Far as the curtain fell, Jo found herself face to face with the Laurence boy.
Dear me, I didn't know anyone else was here.
But the boy laughed and said pleasantly, though he looked a little startled, "Don't mind me. Stay if you like."
Shan't I disturb you?
Not a bit. I only came here because I don't know many people and felt rather strange. You know.
So did I. Oh, please don't go, unless you'd rather. I think I've had the pleasure of seeing you before. You live near us, don't you?
Next door.
Yes, we did have such a good time over your nice Christmas present.
How is your cat, Miss March?
Quite nicely, thank you, Mr. Laurence, but I am not Miss March. I'm only Jo.
My first name is Theodore, but I don't like it, for the fellows called me Dora, so I made them say Laurie instead. Don't you like to dance, Miss Jo?
I like it well enough if everyone is lively and there's plenty of room. In a place like this, I'm sure to upset something. Tread on people's toes or
do something dreadful. So I keep out of mischief and let Meg sail about. Don't you dance? Sometimes. You see, I've been abroad a good many years and haven't been around enough to know how you do things yet.
Abroad? Oh, tell me about it. I love dearly to hear people describe their travels.
Both chatted until they felt like old acquaintances. Laurie's bashfulness soon wore off, for Joe's gentlemanly demeanor amused and set him at ease. And Joe was her merry self again, because her dress was forgotten, and nobody lifted their eyebrows at her.